Okay everyone, and welcome to The Globe Guys and the latest in our series about travel after lockdown. A few weeks ago we went to Paris on Air France and you saw that video and we kind of experienced how travel has changed. Today we're travelling on British Airways in their Club Europe cabin, so we're going to see how things have changed in business class. But you find us here outside the British Airways lounge at Terminal 5 Heathrow, and this is where we were stood the week before lockdown when we returned from LA. So let's go, we're going down to the gate now and the flight's going to be leaving in about 40 minutes.
So we're on our way to the gate now. We've just left the galleries lounge, and it was really interesting to see how that's changed since COVID, really, because you know, you now go in, you sit down, there's no self-service, you sit at a table, you scan a barcode on your phone and you order from the menu on your phone and they bring it to your table. It was really good, to be fair. It was really quick. I had some beautiful granola yogurt with apricot and honey and stuff like that, and we had a glass of sparkling wine and some coffee. Ryan had some fruits. You get some hot beverages, some bacon roll. Oh, Ryan had a bacon roll actually as well, didn't you? So there's quite a selection of stuff, and the service is really quick. Everything's spaced out for social distancing. Didn't feel too crowded. There's quite a lot of people in there, but it was all nicely laid out. Quite a good experience. We was in there about half an hour, and I had 2 lots of granola and everything. It was really good. So we're now on our way to the gate to get our flight.
The terminal does feel much quieter though. This is August, summer season, and it's still really quiet compared to what it would normally be.
Please hold on. Transit is departing. Next stop, gates B32 to B48.
Today's flight left from the B gate, so we had to get the shuttle train. Here it was particularly noticeable just how quiet the airport actually was when compared to normal. In this particular part of Terminal 5, very few shops were open, and that's perhaps not surprising considering there were just one other flight, a flight to Kos, that was boarding at the same time as ours. So as you know, we're travelling in Club Europe today, which ordinarily would mean we get priority boarding, so we've got Group 1. But to promote social distancing, they're boarding the aircraft from the rear to the front, so we're going to be among the last to board.
It's always exciting to watch the planes arriving from and departing to the 4 corners of the world, but the buzz of Heathrow was definitely missing.
So we just had our temperature check before we came through the kind of boarding gate and stuff like that, so we're just now going to head onto a plane.
As we boarded, we were given a personal protection pack which included an antibacterial towel and a hand sanitizer. I guess the antibacterial towel went somewhere as a replacement to the obligatory hot towel, which weren't given out due to COVID. Now, COVID restrictions particular to Turkish flights see all trolley bags checked in at the gate, as the overhead lockers aren't meant to be used. That means that the empty middle seat in Club Europe became especially useful, as we could use it to put our rucksacks under without restricting our legroom. Another indication of just how quiet London Heathrow is currently was the time it took to taxi to the runway and the speed of the taxi. Heathrow generally can involve a very slow and time-consuming taxi purely because of how busy it usually is. Well, times have changed. Turkey has removed the electronic visa requirement, but again, because of COVID, formalities now include completing a passenger locator form, which is now the new normal for most destinations. And so the in-flight service began with drinks. Champagne was the order of the day to start with, followed by some gin and tonic. So far, so normal. But look carefully, the usual glassware is replaced with plastic economy style glass. We all understand the reasons why this is, but it still detracts from the premium experience. The change in the way things are currently done is also apparent with the meal service. BA now serves its meals in a pre-packaged box. Now this is a major downgrade whichever way you look at it, even if it is a necessary evil. That said, the box was really nicely presented and I really liked the presentation, but it was something more akin to what would be served on an economy class flight. The catering is provided though by Dough & Co, who are really well regarded in the in-flight catering business, and the tomato and mozzarella sandwich was really good.
We're about 20 minutes from landing now, and we're looking forward to our trip in Istanbul. Flight for Club Europe has been very, very different to what we used to. We've reviewed Club Europe before, but as you've seen in the video, the service is totally different, taking into account the issues surrounding coronavirus. So the first thing that's notable is that the lounge is totally different. Instead of being self-service, it's been at-seat service, which actually was quite nice. I think that might be one of the developments that might actually stick after COVID. You had your temperature taken as you got on board, and then we came on board the aircraft. We got handed out a little sanitary pad, which is a really nice touch. It gives a lot of people the confidence to travel again, knowing that the airline is taking all the guidelines very seriously. So one thing we should mention is the crew have been really nice on today's flight. It's not been a case of we're trying to minimise contact. It's been very much business as usual in many ways. So we've been offered refills and top-ups on drinks. The meal has been very different though. There's no hot food. It's a very pre-packaged sandwich. It was really nice actually, a really nice tomato and mozzarella sandwich. You get a starter and a dessert as well, which is really nice, and then more drinks to finish with. So in many ways it's very different, but I think you can tell that British Airways and the crew themselves have gone out of the way to make sure that it's still a premium experience given the circumstances.
Our flight today landed at the new Istanbul airport. This replaced the old Ataturk airport and is actually pretty impressive. As we taxied to our gate, we passed a number of Turkish Airlines aircraft that are in storage. Another sorry sight. But a word of caution regarding the new airport. There isn't yet a train service to the city and the journey by car is quite long. So that was our Club Europe experience in a COVID world, but what do you think? Leave your comments below. We really hope that you've enjoyed our journey, and if you have, we'd love you to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.